The modern world is stacked against you. You are not going to build a high testosterone lifestyle based on the modern world. You need to take your own action. Otherwise, you're going to be a weak little soy boy for the rest of your life, and no one wants that. What can we actually do to build a high testosterone lifestyle? In this video, I'm not going to break down little tricks and habits you can have to increase your testosterone. It's about building the lifestyle. And we're going to go through 3 pillars. We're going to go through what is your core mission and how you can find it. What are the pillars of your lifestyle? And actually building the system to support this lifestyle. Starting off with the core mission, here are some questions that you need to ask yourself. Who do I admire? What type of men do I look up to? This can be people online, it could be your father, it could be your grandfather, it can be anyone. Because then you've got a sort of idea of the sort of man that you want to become. So just take a look, who you admire, pick anywhere from 1 to 3 individuals, 3 men. And then you need to ask yourself, what problems do I hate in the world? Or what problems have I even solved for myself? Because you can look at these problems that are in the world and this can be what you solve. This can be your mission, because realistically, that's all life is, solving problems. And the bigger the problems you solve, the more you're going to get paid. For example, Elon Musk gets paid so much money because he solves problems on such a large scale. For example, for me, I solve a problem of low testosterone. I solve that on a much smaller scale compared to Elon Musk, believe it or not. But ask yourself, what problems have I ever solved, or what problems do I hate in the world that I want to solve myself? And then the third question is, what would you do if you had $100 million in the bank, but you still had to work every single day? What would you, if you could just pick anything, what would it be? And if you answer those 3 questions, you can come up with what your core mission is, because you work these sort of tie in together. You can work out what problem it is you want to solve that you would solve for free if you had all the money in the world and you still had to work. And you've got the type of men that you admire, so you can work out what it is you need to do to pursue this better man that you want to become. And this brings us on to the lifestyle pillars. And what we need to do is pick 3 lifestyle pillars. And I'll give you some examples, because these are what we're going to base our lifestyle off. So for me, lifestyle pillars: freedom, testosterone / masculinity, and health. These can be absolutely anything you want. This is just off the top of my head. Those are my 3 lifestyle pillars. I keep my life very simple, but these are the things I love. These are the things I do. These are things that I base my entire lifestyle system off to make it run smoothly. And if you've already got these 6 things sorted out, you are 70% of the way there. It is just about now building the system so we can actually take action and implement these things that we now know about ourselves. How do we build the system? Well, we've got our mission, right? We know who we want to become. We know what problems we want to solve. We know what we would do if we had all the money in the world. You've now got your lifestyle pillars as well. Let's just say, we'll take this as the example: freedom, testosterone, and masculinity and health. We now have to look at these, because these are outcomes. These are not inputs. We need to now, to build the system, we need to find out what the actions that are required to get these things are. Freedom, how is that done? For me, that is online business, being able to work wherever I want in the world, not having to answer to anyone, etc., etc. So we need to start an online business. And how do we start an online business? Well, we would go back here. We would base it on the problem we want to solve. The problem I wanted to solve was testosterone. And what is the input for solving this problem of testosterone while also simultaneously starting an online business? Make content and then sell a product. And this is the first part of the system that goes into freedom. Testosterone, what are the components for that? Well, it's about habits, lifestyle, mindset, and mission, to the power of consistency. And that is the system for testosterone, and the pillar of my life that is testosterone. Kind of nice when the pillars somewhat match, because it all builds in together. Testosterone helps me with online business. Pursuing online business with the mission helps me with testosterone. Health, you've just got inputs. It's sort of similar to that. It's just lifestyle, so like sleep, training, sun, components that make up my health. These are now things that I do. So I get sunlight, I sleep well, I focus on my recovery, I go to the gym. Actions that I can take is what you need to discover. If you can't determine the inputs for your goals, it's going to be very, very hard. And the whole point is building the system. I'm just going to put it here of what a system actually looks like. You've got inputs, and then you've got outputs here, and this is the process. And then here you've got feedback, and up here you've got environment. And that is what a system looks like. You've got the inputs, which are just basically the actions that you take. You then process these, and that comes out as the output, which can be the goal, whether it's, say you want high testosterone, you go to the gym, you eat clean, you sleep well, you reduce your stress. This then comes out as high testosterone, or it might come out as low testosterone, and if it, say it came out as low, you get feedback and you'd adjust the inputs, etc., etc. But this is how you build the high testosterone lifestyle. Obviously, there's things you can do to directly increase your testosterone, but that's not what this is about, because I've got so many videos on how you can actually increase your testosterone. This is about the lifestyle. It is about having the mission. It is about having something to pursue. It is about living a certain way that actually moves you further ahead in life compared to moving very slowly. But because when you've got this, you've got clarity. And what I get done in a day is more than most people ever get done in a whole week. Or even some people don't even get what I do done in a day. They don't get it done in a fucking year, because they don't do anything, they don't pursue anything, because they haven't built a high testosterone lifestyle. But this is just one component of a much larger system when it comes to high testosterone lifestyle, because what I've basically explained to you today is really a bit of mindset, but mainly mission. And I teach habits and lifestyle inside the High Testosterone Blueprint, which is my program, which you will find in the description. You can check that out. It's unbelievably priced for the value that you get inside, because you can completely transform your life for the price of £47, which is absolutely insane. Check that out if you're interested, but I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you found some value from it, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.